Am I audible now?
Hello? 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 My voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes. Yes, Vinny Kumar, you can continue now.
Okay. I'll repeat the question once. My question is get input for the variables name, score, and department. They will give the sample input like some strings TCS 98 and then computer. For this three variable, they had given the input like TCS 98 and computer, but your output should be displayed as my name is TCS, my score is 9.8 by 10, and then my department is computer. You should give the input like 98, but your output should be come as 9.8 by 10. How it will make, can see. First, we are getting the input for name, score, and department. Uh, and then within the print statement, we are giving my name is name. If you are giving the input like TCS means it will be stored in the inputs name, and then my score is score by 10 I had given. If I am giving score by 10 means, now see my sample inputs are 98. 98 by 10 will become 9.8, and then comma within the double quotes I have another one statement, we have 9.8 by 10 it should come. So within the comma I have separated the string, and then comma within the double quotes I had given by 10 divided by 10, so it will become score by 10, 98 by 10, 9.8, and then comma by 10. So we can run the program. I'll give the input TCS 98 and computer. So it will come as my name is TCS, my score is 9.8 by 10, and then my department is computer. Before the program, we had saw like how they have given give the get the input for variable name, age, and print it. Directly they had given Winnie and then 25, but it should display the output like my name is Winnie and then my age is 25. So you can give my name is name means it will that Winnie input will be stored in the name variable and then it will be displayed. The 25 input will be stored in the age variable. It will be displayed in the print statement. Clear? Next question. Do you have any doubts? next question is get integer input for A, B, and C. Add all three variables. Multiply all three variables. Divide the multiplied value by added value. See, first we are getting the input for A, B, and C. After that, we are adding all three variables, multiply all three variables, divide the multiplied value by added value. See the program. I'm getting the input for A, B, and C. After that, I'm creating one variable that is D. I'm adding the all three variables A, B, and C. I'm storing that value will be stored in the variable D. Added value will be stored in the variable D. And then I'm creating another variable E. I'm multiplying all three variables A, B, and C. That multiplied value will be stored in the E. After that, I'm creating another one variable called F. That added value and multiplied value will be there, right? That added value, I'm going to divide that added value by multiplied value. So F D by E, and then print F. It will show the output. First, I'm giving the input for A, and then B, and then C. This is our value. Clear? If you want to write the program, means write it. Do you have any doubt? Okay, I'll move to the next topic. Next question we are going to use with functions. Functions is an important topic. We'll recall the function. Functions is nothing but a block of code that performs specific task. Function is a block of code that performs specific task. And then two types of functions are there. One is standard function, and then inbuilt function. Standard library function is the inbuilt function, and then another one function is user defined function. Standard library function is otherwise called as inbuilt function. It's a predefined function. And then second one is user defined function, is according to our requirements. If you are creating the function, that is called as user defined function. That syntax and all you know before, right? Def is a function. Def is a keyword to define the function, and then function name, we can create any names. After that, arguments. Within the arguments, we can able to pass the values and parameters. Arguments or parameters, and then colon. It should end with colon, and then print statement, that return statement. We see the programs using the functions. Create a function called add. and get the input for A and B inside every function. Get the input for A and B inside every function. First, you should create the function called add and get the input for A and B inside every function and perform the operations and print it. After performing the operations and print it. First, we are going to create a function def add. See, we had created the function add is a function name, and then getting the input for A and B, integer input for A and B inside the function. After that, perform the operations. We are using the operand add operand we are using, and then print the values. After that, we should call the function. When the function gets called, it will run. It will show the output. Now, run the program. First input I'm giving 4. Second input I'm giving 5. For A and B input I had given, so it will display 9. Clear? Like this program also they will give functions and return keyword. In the function statement, we are going to call the function. When the function gets called, so the print statement gets printed. In the return keyword, we should print the function. In the return keyword, we should print the functions. We'll see the program. My question is get the input for A, B, and C. Create function called add, which should return the sum of A and B and multiply that sum with C. See here, my question will be in the format of mathematical calculation like A plus B into C. Sometimes they will give like this A plus B into C. You need to solve this. And the question expansion is get the input for A, B, and C. After that, create function called add, which should return the sum of A and B, and multiply that sum. That sum we are getting, right? That multiply that sum with the C. You see the program. See here, I created the function name add and then getting the input for a, b and c. After that I'm calling the function. The name is add. In the function using the parameter, I'm going to call with parameter using the values. I'm going to call the value that I'm calling in the parameter is a comma b. For that value I'm giving a comma b. For that value I'm assigning the variable n1 comma n2. How it will assign, how it will store, like n1 equal to a and then n2 equal to b will be stored. I'm passing the values inside the parameter, that is a comma b, and then for that a comma b I'm assigning the variable n1 comma n2. It will store like n1 equal to a, n2 equal to b. After that I'm telling to return, I'm returning n1 plus n2. N1 plus n2 means it will return the value of a plus b, getting the input for a and b, and then returning the value of n1 plus n2, that will return the value like n a comma b, a plus b. Now that will be stored in the variable results. I'm storing that in variable results. After that we got the a plus b value, right? And then I'm creating another one variable output and multiply that sum with c, they told, right? So output I'm creating, output is a third variable, output equal to results into c. So a plus b into c. After that print that output. First I'm giving 5 4 for a b, and then c value is 3. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 into 3 is 27. Do you have any out? Do you have any doubt? Like this also they may ask. First get the input for a plus b into c. They will give first create a function called add, get the input for a and a, b and c. The create a function called add which should return the sum of a and b and then multiply that sum with c. If you have any doubt means you can type it in the comment section. Shall I move further? Next question is, set the values set the values s underscore username equal to TCS, s underscore password equal to 123. We are going to verify our this value with our inputs. Get the input for username and password. First you should get the input for username and password. After that, create function called validate. Create function called validate. Inside the function, we are going to verify if username, our inputs, that username and password matches the values means, if username and password matches the values means, okay, will return, should return true, or else it will return false, or else return false. First, give some values, s underscore username and s underscore password they are given. After that, getting an input for username and password, creating a function called validate. Inside the validate function, we are going to verify our input, that username and password matching these values or not. If it is matching means, it will return true, or else it will return false. Clear? We'll see the program. See here, first our values and then getting the input for username and password. After that, inside the function called validate, inside the function we are verifying username is equal to s underscore username, and operator we are using. And operator means both the condition gets, if both the condition gets true only, the it will give the return the true, or else it will return false. So password equal to password. After that, it will return true, or else it will return false, and then printing the function. First, I'm giving the same values, our values, TCS, our inputs. It will verify with that username and password. So TCS will both are equal only. It is written, and then password 123 both were written only. So both were equal. So it will return true. If both were not equal means, what it will return? We told to return. I'm giving another one, yes, TCSS I'm giving, and then 123 I'm giving. So one is false, the username are equal to s underscore username, this will get false. So another one is getting true. In the and operator, if anyone is getting false means, both the conditions will be written as false only. So it will this statement will return false only. Clear? Do you have any doubt? Copy this first. Okay, now I'm going to do the decorators. Have you heard about decorators in Python? I'll give the definitions for the decorators first. Any Python callable object that is used to modify a function or a class. We can modify the function or class without disturbing that particular. We should not disturb that particular function or class. We can take here decorator means what? After buying a gift, we'll wrap the gift and then we'll apply some decorators over there and then we'll gift it to someone, right? Like that only. We are going to modify that particular function and class without disturbing that particular function and class. We should not disturb that particular function or class. That is a decorator. Okay, clear? There are two types of decorators are there. One is function decorator, another one is class decorator. One is function decorator, another one is class decorator. For the function decorator, we should know about the four types. Function decorator, we should know the four principles like nested function. Functions can return another function. Third one, functions are reference. Fourth one is functions are parameter. Before going to the decorator concept, you should know about this four concepts like function, nested function, functions can return another function, functions are reference, and then functions are parameter. You see the program. These are the four types of function decorator. Using these four concepts, we are going to create a program. Now, first one, Okay, listen here. I'm going to add two numbers. One is n1 and then another one is n2. I'm creating the outer function. Another function I'm creating, that is called as nested function. The function within the function, that is called as nested function. First concept is nested function. Using that nested function, we should do nested function we are created right here. Nested function is function within the function. We are creating first outer function. Another function we are creating, that is inner function. For the outer function, I'm returning the value, writing the value like n1 equal to 3. And then within the inner function, I'm writing the value n2 equal to 6. After that, I'm creating another one variable, that is res equal to n1 plus n2. After that, return res. Now, listen here. Here, I'm calling the outer function. I'm calling the outer function. First, I'm calling the outer function that I'm storing in the variable obj. Obj is a variable. I'm storing the variable. If I'm returning that inner function means, if I'm returning the inner function means, it will return the reference of the inner function. First, I'm calling the outer function that will be stored in the variable is object, and then outer function gets called. After that, that outer function gets called, and then it will get it to the inner function. It will return the inner function. If I am returning the inner function means, it will inner function reference is passing inside the outer function. Inner function reference will be passing inside the outer function. Now I'm printing that obj. So what it will return, see, return 9. First, I'm creating two functions. One is outer function, another one is inner function. This is a nested function, right? For that outer function, I'm writing n1 equal to 3, and then inner function, I'm writing n2 equal to 6. That I'm storing in the res variable res equal to n1 plus n2. I'm adding inside the inner function. After that, return that res value I'm returning. Now I'm returning, before and all, we'll call the function, right? I'm just returning the inner function. First, I'm calling the outer function. That outer function gets called, and then that will be stored in the variable obj. After that, that n1 equal to 3 will be returned. After that, I'm returning inner function. Inner function, if I'm returning that inner function means, inside the outer function, that inner function's reference will be passing. So after the n1 equal to 3, n2 equal to 6 will be returned. Rest n1 plus n2, return that rest value. Clear? If I'm printing that obj means, it will print that 9. How to check that obj is returning that inner function or not? We'll check print dot obj dot underscore name underscore. Why I'm checking that obj means, so this outer function is stored in the obj variable only, right? So that both the values are stored in the obj only. That's why I'm asking the print statement of name. Obj, print obj dot underscore name underscore. If I'm printing that means, it will return the what it returns. So it will return the inner function. Do you have any doubt? Here the concept is, if I'm calling the outer function, first I'm calling the outer function that I am storing in the variable obj. After that, n1 equal to 3 will be returned. If I'm return that inner function means, inside the outer function, the inner function reference will be passing inside. So outer function gets called, after that inner function gets called. N2 equal to 6 will return. Rest n1 plus n2, return rest value. So 6 plus 3 is, it will return 9. Clear? Do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt means, you can ask in the comments. Okay, write it fast. Here, how many concepts we have used here? In this program, we have used how many concepts? Nested function we have used. Function within the function. And then functions can return another functions. This outer function is here returning that inner function reference. So functions can return another function. Outer function is returning the inner function. That's why functions can return another function. That concept also we have seen. And functions are reference. Here functions are reference is inner function. Here we are not calling the inner function. Just inner function reference is it will return. Functions are reference. Here you are using a inner function as reference. Three concepts you have seen. One is nested functions. Functions can return another functions. Functions are reference. We'll see another one example based on this. Have you completed? Do you have any doubt? Okay, I'll solve another one program based on this. Using the three concepts only we are going to solve. Def outer function. Before that we used numbers, right? Now we are going to use the strings. Outer function has the string message one equal to welcome to, and then def inner function. I'm creating one nested function here. Nested function is inner function message 2 equal to Python. After that, I'm creating another one variable that is out. I'm going to add message 1 plus message 2. Return out. Returning that variable. And then I'm returning inner function. After that, I'm calling the outer function, and I am storing the outer function inside in the obj variable. Print obj. Listen here, same concepts. Nested function I'm creating def outer function and then def inner function. In the def outer function, I'm giving the variable. Sorry, I'm giving the string message one equal to welcome to. In the inner function, I'm giving the second variable string message two equal to Python. After that, I'm going to add two strings message one plus message two. I'm storing in the variable out, and then after I'm returning that out, and then I'm returning the inner function. Now see here, just don't see this concept, leave this concept. First we had created the outer function, right? I'm going to call the outer function. First I'm calling the outer function. Outer function gets called, right? That I am storing in the variable obj. I'm storing the outer function in the variable obj. The outer function gets called, right? Within that, what is that? message 1 equal to welcome to will be there. So it will print first message 1 equal to welcome to. After that, we are returning the inner function. Here we are returning the inner function. So inner function reference will be returned inside the outer function. Inner function first it will call outer function, and the inner function returns the reference will be comes out, right? Message 2 equal to Python will be given, and then out equal to message 1 plus message 2. That message 1 is welcome to is written already, and then message 2 is Python will be written already. So we are going to add the two strings welcome to Python after I'm returning out. Clear? Now I'm printing that obj, so it gets called and printed. Now it will give welcome to Python. Clear? Copy this program. Here the nested functions are outer function and inner function. Nested function is inner function, and then functions can return another function is inner function. Functions are references this one inner function. Functions are references inner function. The outer functions can return another function. Outer function can return the inner function. You have seen the three concepts in the functions decorator. Last concept is functions are parameter. Before that, what we have seen here written as functions as parameter. Functions can return another function. We are going to pass the inside the parameters what we have passed. Just passing the values, right? Before and all, we are going to pass the functions as parameter. See, I had created the two functions. One is func1, function 1, another one is function 2. For the function 1, I had given the print statement is hi, I am func1, and then for the function 2, had given the print statement, hi, I am function 2 calling function 1. Now I'm going to call only function 2. func2 I'm calling, just written here func2, and then I'm calling that function 2. Within that function 2, within the parameter, I'm going to pass the function 1 as a value. func1. I'm passing the function 1 as a parameter. Now for that func, I'm assigning the variable here fun. First, I'm calling the func function 2. Within the parameter, I'm passing the functions as a value, function 1 as a value. For that function 1, I'm assigning the variable fun. Now I'm calling that fun. So what it will return? I'm going to compile this program. First, it will return hi, I am function 2 calling function 1, and then hi, I am. First, it will call the function 2. After that, inside the function 2, what is there? Function 1 inside the parameter is there. Okay. So it will return hi, I am function 1. Clear? If I'm putting the function fun here means I'm replacing here. So first, what it will return? Before the print statement of function 2, I had written the fun. I'm calling the fun. So it will return the first I am function 1. After that only the function 2 gets called. So I am function 2 calling function 1 will be written. Clear? Here what we have done? We are passing the function as a parameter. This is a fourth concept. First I am writing two functions, function 1 and function 2, and then in the for the function 1 I'm giving the print statement, and then function 2 I'm giving the print statement. First I'm calling the function 2. In the function 2 parameter, I'm passing the value function 1 as a value. And then for the function 1, first it will get called, right? For the function 1, I'm assigning the variable as fun. I'm assigning the variable is fun. After that, I'm calling that fun. So it will return hi, I am function 2 calling function 1, and then hi, I am function 1. Clear? This is the function as parameter. If you have any doubt means you can ask. Note it down. Function decorators are four types. One is nested function. Functions can return another function. Functions are parameter, and then functions are reference. These are the examples for program for function decorators. Again, I'll explain it once. Two types of functions I'm creating. One is function one. My function one is a function one. Another one is my function two. For both has some print statements, and then I'm calling the function two. First, I'm calling the function two. That is, function two is my function two. Function name is my function two. Within the parameter, we can able to pass the values. Now, I'm going to, instead of passing the values, I'm going to pass a function as a parameter. Function as a value. My function one is the value that I'm passing inside the parameter of my function two, right? My function one I'm passing here. For that value, we need to assign some variable, right? So I'm assigning the variable where we should assign the variable where we are passing inside the function two parameter only we are passing the function one. So I'm passing inside the function two parameter. So we need to assign the variable here only. So I'm assigning the variable ref. Reference is the variable I'm assigning for my function one. After that, I'm calling the reference. First, what it will print? First, I'm calling the my function two. I'm calling, right. So it will return the my function two value, print statement value. This is a function two. It will return first. After that only, the function along with that my function one is calling, right. So after that only the function my function one gets called and it will return this is function one. I hope you can understand these concepts. Okay, today class is over. I'll share the attendance link and test link. This is a test link. You can attend the test link till 8:45. You can give the attendance here. This is the attendance link. Wait, I'll check. Students, after 5 minutes, you can try the test link. It will work. Thank you so much.